I was born in the dark. Never saw the sun, never saw my mother's face. They said this would change everything. When I first saw, it wasn't beautiful. It was overwhelming, like my brain wasn't just seeing, but decoding everything at once.
Cognition sync stable.
They said it was like having a second brain, but it didn't feel like mine. It felt like someone watching through me. It was overwhelming. Light, color, faces, and yet something about it all felt off, like it was already filtered. Then I saw something that hadn't happened yet. A flash, a scream, blood on his hands, but the street was silent. It was a future, not a memory. They didn't believe me. To them, I was just a girl who finally saw too much. But my eyes had seen tomorrow. I kept watching it, over and over. Like if I stared hard enough, I could change what I saw. But every time, the blade still fell. They gave me vision, not control. I didn't just see people, I saw what they didn't even know they do yet. And then it happened again. Smiles on the outside, a scream inside the code. I was seeing pain that hadn't surfaced yet.
Those vision files weren't meant to go live.
He looked afraid. Not of me, but of what I'd accessed. A line of code, he whispered, that was never approved. They were there the whole time. Stored, censored, hidden from every other user. But for some reason, I could see them. I didn't blink, I couldn't. Because the next victim was me. And the eyes that showed me the world had just shown me its end. I wanted comfort, protection, belief. But how do you explain that your eyes see things no one else can? Something was changing. Not just my vision, my brain. It was rewriting what I saw, and maybe who I was. I couldn't tell where I ended, and the code began. I wasn't just seeing the future anymore. I was becoming it. I didn't know his name. I only knew what he'd do. Or maybe what I was told he'd do. That's when it broke. I wasn't just seeing his crime anymore. I was seeing myself.
I know what they showed you. He's not violent. He's terrified. He wasn't a monster. He was scared. Like he'd been running from something to something inside the feed. It wasn't prophecy. It was manipulation, fear coded into sight.
This was the real I. Not the lens in my head, but the thing feeding it from the shadows. Every person who ever saw through these lenses had their fate drafted before they even blinked. They didn't just predict my breakdown. They scheduled it. This wasn't a glitch. It was product design. Pain was the feature they built for realism. They tried to erase me from the inside. But I wasn't just a user anymore. I was a witness. For the first time, I saw without them. And what I saw was terrifyingly real. It was disorienting. No labels, no probabilities, just people. I never knew the world was this silent. They wanted perfect futures. But I gave them back uncertainty and freedom.
Some didn't want to know. Because knowing meant they had to feel again. And pain is hard to look at. Our systems do not predict crimes. They prevent them. But prevention is just manipulation with a nicer name. Yes, we knew. We labeled her unstable because she felt too much. Feeling isn't instability. It's the only thing that proves we're alive.
It came back, not with fear, but with possibility. Maybe it wasn't about seeing what's coming. Maybe it was about choosing what's next. They wrote stories before they happened. We lived lives we never asked for, and we lost people we were never allowed to save. It's not the implants that break us. It's who controls what they show.
He never hurt anyone, because the system never got to finish its script. I rewrote it, one choice at a time.
They gave me vision, but I gave myself sight. Now I see you, and more importantly, I see me.
What started in one set of eyes became a wave. The gift of sight was never the problem. It was who decided what we saw. They said the future belonged to data. Now it belongs to decisions.
I never asked to be a prophet or a warning. I just wanted to live in a world where feeling isn't a malfunction.
They chose blindness, not as surrender, but as a reminder that not everything needs to be seen in advance.
I don't know what comes next, but I want to see it for myself. And for the first time in my life, I'm not afraid of the dark.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe for more content like this.